You know, it's always fun coming here to Mavala Ranch. It's definitely one of my favorite places to hunt. I look forward to this time of year because we're always here mid-December because this is the time of the rut, and it's just always an exciting time, not only for David and I to get to hunt, but also to share this place with friends and our partners, like with Tony and Dakota with Bergara. They've just been great partners. They make, in my opinion, the best rifle out of the box that's out there. All the guns that I've ever shot has shot really well. So saying that, they just get in, and as always, you want to check your rifle.
We're getting into South Texas here. It's the first day. We're about to sight the rifles in. We got the brand new for 2024 Bergara B14 Sierra. Should be an awesome rifle for this hunt. Gonna shoot these Federal Terminal Ascent 130s. Tony's got a rifle with him as well, the MG Micro Light. So I'm gonna send some lead down range and see what we can do.
Your half-inch high sun.
That just goes to show you good glass, because we flew across the country, we don't have to even touch the zero.
Yep.
Always very important, no matter what you do at home, no matter how good you sight your gun at home, when you fly or travel across the country, make sure when you get on site, make sure you re-zero. And for this situation, he just checked his re-zero, and it is money. So the scope held zero, everything is good to go. Next thing in line, we're gonna put David Morris up on and see what his gun's looking like. I'm just gonna walk away from that one there, fellas. David, I hate to show you up. I only needed one shot, David. Sorry about that. I'm good. That's good to go, man.
So as Tony and Dakota went to shoot their rifles, I decided to jump on the Ranger and go check some Reconyx cameras. That's one thing we do on all our properties. We blanket this place with Reconyx cameras. Cell cameras, also the Ultrafires that takes phenomenal video, and I love the videos because, you know, there's just so many things you catch on the videos that you don't on the regular picture camera. So I'm gonna go out and see what I can find. I know we have lots of good bucks here, but this time of year they move around a lot. So I'm gonna go check a bunch of cameras, and hopefully we can find a couple big bucks and know exactly where they are.
This week on Mavala Ranch, I have the privilege of hunting with my old buddy, Tony Smotherman with Bergara. Tony and I go back a while. In fact, he shot a great buck here 2 years ago. Feel good?
Felt good.
This is an 8.5-year-old
No,
whitetail buck.
Can't even fathom
he
that.
could be a 220. He wouldn't be any smarter if he was a 220 than he is now.
You bet.
This is an old, mature.
Oh my gosh.
As standing there cautious like that, it tells you this is an old war horse.
That was so wicked impressive to see that.
This animal's a survivor. He's been out here, he's been chased by coyotes, he's fought other bucks, he's froze to death, and he's had to eat grass and brush, and look at the stuff he eats. I mean, this deer's a survivor.
Oh man. Thank you so much,
man, and I thank
appreciate
Bobby
you more than you
Parker,
know,
too, for letting us do this on his incredible ranch here at Mavala. We hope to be able to top that this week. There are some mighty good bucks out there, so I'm looking forward to getting out. Can't wait to get out. The weather's a little inclement, but that might work to our advantage.
You know, it's so odd to be here and see it so green, and I feel like you guys are getting more rain than we've got through the Midwest the entire year.
We have El Nino.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes,
Let's
sir.
go El hunting on.
That sounds good. So this time of year, we're just right in front of December, and if you know Texas, you know that December means the rut is coming, and we're just a few days in front of Christmas, which is pretty prime time for the peak of the rut. And our goal here for this week not only is to spend time with amazing people in an amazing location in this country, but it's also here to do some management, and that is management of hunting classic bucks that David actually puts that classification on, and they kind of fall under that 8.5, 9.5, 10.5-year-old age group. And we also are in a management and cull mode also, so we're gonna spend some time going after some that they call culls. And you know what? I am known as a traveling hunter, and I'm also a population control specialist, so I do not mind spending some time behind a new Bergara rifle in a 6.5 PRC caliber, going after whatever David says to pull the trigger on.
David Morris is at the Mavala Ranch in South Texas. Bergara Rifles' Tony Smotherman is joining David this week, and the beginning of the rut at Mavala is always an exciting hunt.
We're on what we call the Northeast food plot, which is an incredible food plot. We already got deer out here. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon. There's 5 or 6 does and fawns already in. I fully expect to see some good bucks before this afternoon's over. We're armed and dangerous this afternoon, and I was just ranging these deer out here with this loophole rangefinder here. They just came out with this. It's a rangefinder binocular, and I'm just getting some distance measurements here. It's a long way across this darn thing, I'll tell you.
It is a big green plot.
Yeah. So those deer poured in there that afternoon. We had does coming in, we had young bucks, we had one buck that had broken one of his beams off, and then we saw another good buck come in. Then another buck comes in, and this is a buck that I did not recognize. I had never seen him before. He was a 12-pointer, just a beautiful 12, and clearly he wasn't very old. He was 4 or 5 years old at the most. I thought he was 4 years old, and it turned out that's what he was. But now we've got some nice bucks out here. We've got does over here. We got bucks coming in over here, young doe. They're coming in from all around. Just a great afternoon on that food plot.
And just as last light, the sun is basically setting and gone, and you can still see that faint glow in the sky, which was basically minutes before shooting light was running out. We had a big 9-pointer come out that David knew immediately. Like, David goes, shooter, 9-pointer. He's old, I've been watching him. He's at 50 yards, get on the gun. But as luck would have it, this time of year, as I talked about earlier, rut's happening. He walks out, chases the doe out in the middle of the field.
Then he got back on the doe again, and I whistled and he stopped, and he turned broadside, and when he did, Tony was on him and ready.
And I was able to squeeze the trigger on my 6.5 PRC.
You banged him. He's done. Well, good going, Tony. Good going. That was
good call on your back.
That was fast action with very little time, because he came out too close to us. He was so close.
Like, oh yeah, man, we're going to shoot 200 yards.
And we're ranging everything
So
300 or 400.
So I adjust my dope to 200, and the deer we shoot comes out at 40. Always the way it happens.
We got in, went out there, had a little celebration, took some pictures, did our video, our recovery. And
well,
awesome.
I commend you for knowing the deer so quickly, because he come out and was standing there 5 seconds. He goes, oh, that's the 9 we want to shoot right there.
Yeah.
And you know, so watching this show, you think that, oh, it's super easy to do this. David's super blessed, but the amount of time him and Mark Newell put in on these ranches that they manage through Tecomate is unbelievable. They have cameras running everywhere. There's reconics in every shape, form, and fashion all over this place, and they know every deer because they watch every photo that comes across. And to be able to know a deer that steps out for 5 seconds, go, oh, that's a match, we want to get him out of the way, is super impressive.
Yeah.
Lots of work, lots of time.
Good looking deer though, I like all deer. That's the problem
Absolutely.
I got. I like them all.
And that is a dandy 9-pointer right there.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, old buddy. Well,
and thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, well, good job.
Yes, sir.
Good job. You have not put me to tracking at all in this thing, and I like that.
Well, the older I get, the less I want to drag.
There you go.
David Morris and Tony Smotherman are at the Mavala Ranch in South Texas. On the first afternoon of the hunt, patience paid off when a big management buck showed up in the food plot.
Afternoon number 2 here on Mavala Ranch. And I'm with Tony Smotherman. And Tony is very familiar with this place. He shot a beautiful 10-pointer 2 years ago, right there in that food plot, Tony, right there. And we're looking for 2 8-year-olds here. And I know that sounds like it's impossible to have 2 8-year-olds on one ranch, but we've got quite a number of them here on this ranch, in part because we kind of laid off the deer last year. So we moved a lot of the 7-year-olds up this year. We didn't want to shoot them when they were down last year during that drought. So there's quite a few on here. We'll see what happens this afternoon here on Mavala Ranch, and I'm pretty sure before it's over we will be celebrating. And sure enough, we started seeing deer. There was does coming in from every direction, young bucks here, young bucks there. It was beginning to look like a good afternoon of Mavala hunting on a food plot, which means there are going to be big bucks on that plot before the day is over. We're sitting there, still early in the afternoon, relatively speaking, and I told Tony where I thought the buck might come from, which would be the southwest of our location. But I was talking to Tony, kind of looking back to the northeast, and I saw a big buck step up to the edge. I immediately knew it was a big, mature buck. And I also was immediately suspicious, even at 220, 30 yards, that it was the very buck that we were there for.
But David knew, obviously by reconnaissance camera studies, that there was a really big, wide buck, and he didn't give me a lot of information. He didn't really share trail camera photos with me either, because I think maybe he was scared I would freak out a little bit. But when the target deer, the classic buck, walks into the food plot, I was facing the other direction, and David goes,
"Buck coming in over here. That's your buck. That's your buck. It's right here. He's coming in on that food plot."
Not that I didn't believe David, that it was a really big, wide buck that was a shooter. You know, curiosity kind of kills the cat scenario. I had to pull my binos out and kind of give him a look, and that look lasted about a third of a second, because I could see he was probably the widest whitetail that I've ever seen in my life.
Can you shoot at that side?
I can't, but I think. Hey, let me borrow your stocking cap to put on this windowsill.
Okay, Tony, it's 195 yards to the brush line.
And I was so amazingly blown away of seeing a deer that had a spread like his. And I'm thinking in my mind, this joker's 25 inches wide if he's an inch, because that's what this guy looked like when he come out into the food plot.
Tony has got no shot unless he wants to take a direct frontal, and that's a little tricky. This is about 150, 175 yards coming from 200. And I told Tony, I said, if he turns broadside, you better take the shot. Well, about that time, he does. When you're ready, take the shot. When you're ready. Okay. Oh no, he's chasing that doe again.
My heart rate started to climb from this area to up in this area, which caused me to go in a bit of a panic.
All right, he stopped, Tony. Okay, you got a quartering shot there. If you feel good about it, you can take that. I'm afraid he's gonna chase that doe off again. If you're good on him, take him. Good going, brother.
I'm a little high right now. And it ain't on what you're thinking.
Oh, I'm mighty proud of him.
That is a hammer.
It's a hammer.
Of a Texas
It's
whitetail.
a hammer. It's a hammer. No, he's hammered down, making town right there, buddy. Being with him after he shoots a big deer is a treat for me, because he truly appreciates it and loves it and savors the moment. And I know why he hunts, because you're talking about an adrenaline rush. It really is, and he was experiencing that right now.
Yes, sir.
Look at that, right? Sticking up, buddy. Good going.
Without a shadow of a doubt, the widest whitetail I've ever put a crosshair on.
Well, good.
No doubt.
No doubt. He is a classic. This is what people come to Texas and dream of, is this buck.
Oh, without question. Without question.
It's been a great couple of days here for Tony on Mavala Ranch. Tony shot some great bucks and experienced what managing a ranch with Tecomate Properties is all about.
You know, if you spend enough time in a tree stand or in a box blind hunting whitetail, you're going to have a scenario, and I know you've heard this before, the terminology ground shrinkage. It's happened to me a whole bunch. When a whitetail comes in, you lose your mind, you get freaked out, all the emotions running through you, and feel that tag, and you walk up with a deer, and sometimes they get a little smaller than what you thought. But this probably, without a shadow of a doubt, is the first time it actually went the other way. As David and I got out of the blind, we were walking away across that food plot, it just seemed like this deer's rack grew and grew and grew as we got closer. And to be quite honest with you, once we got to him, I kind of had to stop for a moment, take my hat off, and number one, thank the man upstairs for allowing me to be in this position beside a man we know is probably one of the most educated whitetail managers in the country. I was standing shoulder to shoulder with this gentleman, David Morris, and standing in front of a whitetail that was much larger than life for me. So it was a very surreal moment, and be able to kneel down on that ground and grab a hold of that amazingly wide rack, that set of antlers that was 8.5 years old by David standards. Just watching this deer grow up and be the guy to be behind the Bergara rifle and squeeze the trigger was amazing and surreal. And to be able to touch that guy and hold him there was a moment that I will most definitely cherish for the rest of my life.
Thank you, Lord above. Thank you, Jesus,
Absolutely.
for the blessings you have bestowed upon us. Thank you.
And I'll reiterate, thank you for all the hard work and effort to make Mavala what it is, to make this happen.
And thank Bobby Parker for his generosity.
Absolutely.
And Risa, share this place with us. Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that a beautiful animal?
That sucker is absolutely amazing.
Browse on him too. I've watched this animal now for 4 years.
Really, 4 years?
4 years, yeah.
Wow. That is impressive, sir.
A stud muffin.
We got this amazing sunset back over our right shoulders right there.
There's the Ranch King in the background.
And a Bergara MG microlight in the foreground.
I won't say this is the first one that's ever been shot with.
No, it's made a trip or two. This is obviously it's 2023 that we're filming this year. This is a brand new model for 2024, and it may have punched a tag already earlier in the year, but I'm so proud to be able to punch one here in late season Texas.
There it is. I'm not sure which one enjoyed it more, Tony or me, but we both appreciated what had just happened. Beautiful deer here in South Texas on our second afternoon on Mavala.
So it just goes to show, when I was a young man, I dreamed of not per se walking in that food plot beside David Morris, but sorta. You always have goals. That was a goal of mine, to be able to stand in that spot, and it just is proof positive. If you want something bad enough in life, you can in fact achieve it. You just got to work hard enough. You got to get past the suck sometimes. But I worked through the hunting industry for the last 30 years, and standing beside David or kneeling on the ground holding that rack of a 24-inch inside spread whitetail from South Texas was an absolute dream come true.